guys, it's Julia and welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a review video, and today I'm going to be reviewing and discussing Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. If you do not already know, Our Dark Duet is the sequel to The Savage Song, which this is a duology, so it's just books 1 and 2. There's humans and monsters in this world, and Kate Harker wants to be as ruthless as her father. She's human, but she's pretty dark. And then there's also August, who is a monster but wants to be human, and he feels like human emotions. So there's that, and these two meet, and there's no romance, but there is a lot of complications, and there's all these fights with monsters, and it's really interesting. I love this book so much last year. I believe it was on my favorites of the year, and I also did a full book review on it last year. I buddy read this with Kayla when it came out, so I'll link my book review of that down below if you're interested in checking out my full thoughts on The Savage Song. Our Dark Duet just released, and not just released, like it released on the 13th of June, but it just, I've been waiting for this, and I'm so happy I got it. It's bigger, it's a lot bigger, not a lot bigger, but it's like bigger than This Savage Song, but I love the way these look together. Like, they're so beautiful, but I absolutely love the blue. Anyways, talking about the actual book, I'll keep it non-spoilery, and then I'll say a few spoilers. Also buddy read this book with Kayla from Literature Reads. I'll have her links down below, but yes, let's get into all my thoughts on this book. So first up were the characters, which I loved Kate and August from book 1. I just love them so much. They're such great characters. Kate is personally like super relatable for me. She's one of my favorite female protagonists, and August is just like a hun. He's so cute. I love him. I love August. I think he's great. But this world and these characters, they were super dark, and the story was so intense. So it's just same as This Savage Song. It was just dark. It was dark and tense. It was actually really dark. Like, I marked off so many quotes because there's so many wonderful quotes about darkness in this book. Also with these characters, we have a few that I absolutely love. So Alice and Salone, I adore in this series. They're like my favorite, some of my favorite villains at the moment. I loved reading their perspectives. We got 3 perspectives. We got Kate, Salone, and August. And yeah, I can't really say too much about that because I don't want to spoil things, but yeah, there's that. For the tone and the writing of this book, again, I really enjoyed the dark atmosphere and like the darker tone to it. I think it was absolutely just so well done. And then I love how we got multiple point of views. We got 3 point of views in this book, so I was super happy about that. So the characters were great. The tone, the writing were pretty great. My only problem was with like plot development and pacing, and I had the same problem with This Savage Song. So basically nothing happens in this book. Like, nothing big starts to happen till about over halfway through, which I had some problems with because it is a big book and I was waiting for these things. The only reason that I kept reading is because I love the writing and the characters, but like, if you read This Savage Song and you didn't love the characters or the writing, like, I don't think you'll be able to get through Our Dark Duet because it doesn't have much of a plot till later. Like, it has a plot, but like nothing's really going on till later, so keep that in mind. Plus, some of my other like issues with the book are like spoilery, so I'll get into those later, but I just still think the pacing of these books is so weird, but they keep me so interested still. But the pacing is so weird. So like, if you're not that into the books and you're reading Our Dark Duet, you might not finish it because it takes patience and dedication. But like, I enjoyed the writing and the characters so much that I kept reading. Now getting into some spoilers. So leave now if you haven't read Our Dark Duet yet, and let's discuss a few things real quick. So first off, I'm not going to be doing like a huge spoiler section like I do for most of my book reviews where it's like 20 minutes. But I wanted to talk about how there is a kiss scene in this book between August and Kate. I was texting Kayla at this moment. I was like, what in the hell is happening here? Because I don't know how I feel about August and Kate. I really preferred their friendship, and I still do actually prefer their friendship, but there is chemistry between them, and that's so evident in these books. But like, not like a ton of sexual chemistry, but like, just there's some chemistry going on. I don't think I need to explain that. But then there's this kiss scene, and it's never mentioned again, and I'm like, what the hell? It just like, it was just like, who? Like, what's happening? Like, I'm sorry, what? It's never mentioned again. And I was like, okay, that was just weird. And I was reading some other people's reviews as well, and they thought that was super weird, and it is super weird, and I don't know why there was a kiss scene, and it was just like really awkward, and it was just kind of like there, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know why it's there. Like, no. It specifically quoted in my book review, I put, also it took over halfway for my babies to reunite, which it did, because I'm waiting for them to reunite this whole book. and they reunite over halfway through. Are you kidding me? The ending was super weird, super chaotic. I loved it though. Ending was great. But Kate, Alice, and Salome all die. So all my faves die. And the whole Kate and Alice fight was super weird because like she's the reason that Alice exists. She's like her monster. But like there was a situation where like they both like killed each other and I was like, who? It was kind of weird. But yeah, and then Salome I loved. Honestly, he was so great. I loved him as a villain. So I was sad to see him go, especially because like August took him out so easy. I'm like, this is the man who lives, is August Flynn. And my thoughts are, this is a duology and he's the last to live. And it's like, I wrote down in my review, I'm like, but the ending felt sort of weird. Like, is he going to continue in Verity? Like, what's he going to do? Because like by the way it ended, I felt was not enough closure for August. So is there going to be a companion novel, or are we going to be left hanging? Like, I don't know, man. So is there going to be like a third book or companion, or like we're just supposed to like make up our own closure for August? But I don't know. But those are my thoughts. By no means did I not like this, like by no means did I hate this book. I actually really enjoyed my time reading it. It's just I had a few issues with it, but other than that it was great, and I give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you really enjoyed this Savage Song, I'd highly recommend going to the sequel. If you weren't a big fan of it, I don't think the sequel will do much for you, but that's just my thoughts, and let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see y'all super soon with a new video. Bye. I've got a